Hello and welcome back once again. Another Hambbage Hardcore Vanilla Minecraft session is about to begin, and I'm glad to have you here with me. Buckle your belts and let's dive back in. Haha, lol. So, what do we got on tap? Well, we are actually well suited for the welcome screen here because we're still in the Nether. And we'll see how long we're down here for, if it's the episode or if we get back up top again. A few more tasks all in play. I like that the no matter what loads in the world, it's the totem that kind of takes pride of place in all that stuff. I don't know how I feel about having just a piece of flint in my hand. Let's get back to it. In the last episode, we did some building. We got our tower a little bit further updated, which was great. Glad to have that. I hope that continues to look good, and we don't find ourselves wanting to make a change too quickly. Not that I'm opposed to tweaking stuff along the way. You know, I think one of the great things about Minecraft is building, finding reasons to make changes, and then adapting as we go, kind of growing up with the world. But as you can see here, we've gotten a good long run of relatively lava-free area. We did a little bit of patching along the way, and that didn't seem to be overly large. So we just want to keep pushing here a bit, see how much further we can go without getting a barrier, i.e. Extensive lava depths. And already we've had pretty good luck grabbing some nether ancient debris. I should say. I always call it netherite, but it's not in this form. It's just ancient debris that we're going to have to refine. There's some more. So they all do seem to be on this side so far, and I don't know if that's a trend, if there's a rhyme or a reason. Now, in the past, we've always talked about how, diamonds and obsidian, all that kind of stuff. We want to be careful when we're mining, in case there's lava underneath, that we don't want to risk losing our hard found items to burning up in lava. It's one thing you don't have to worry about at all with ancient debris. It can't be destroyed. You can store it all in lava if you like, and it will be just fine in there. It'll basically just sit in a pool of lava, not burn up or get destroyed. Same goes for netherite gear. If you're not playing in hardcores, I understand it. I have no first-hand experience, obviously, but if you are, say you die, or you, as I've done to my horror in the past, accidentally drop a tool or something, have an inadvertent hit Q or something, you can't burn up your diamond encrusted or netherite encrusted armor or picks or anything like that. They'll just bob around there. I don't know about cacti, if it'll survive that as well or not. If anybody's had the poor fortune to find out the hard way that that's something that will destroy, feel free to let me know. I appreciate learning from others. I try to be very careful once netherite's in play to avoid accidentally getting those. Oh, the more. So again, this particular level and side seem to be real good for picking up netherite. And that's wonderful. That's why we're here after all. Definitely we'll keep pushing here as far as we can, and you know, we may well go beyond the edge that we had encountered on that side we had first explored up at the surface. You know, we ended up moving in quite a bit. And I'm just kind of modifying a little bit here. You know, last time we pulled back, or pulled out, you know, the nether quartz and all that as we were coming back. And this time, you know, just grabbing it as it comes, checking our inventory space every once in a while. See how we're doing. But this is the kind of run I was talking about, you know, and hopefully we get a little bit lucky and can kind of work side to side here as we go. There's a source, but it looks like just a single. Try not to remove the block you're using to hold back the lava. Hopefully that was just a test of our will. Ooh, more, and this time right in front of us. So first one that hasn't been to our left, but that's fine. We got some lava up overhead. Let's just ease the drips there. Ooh, we're skirting it. Okay, that may be the end. When we've got all these drips, let's consider that that's maybe as far back as we want to go. So what are we going to do now? Let's just as we would with our diamonds, and again, this is a little bit dicier, because they, you know, it can just appear in singles. So you may want to go every other, and we certainly could have done that, but at this point, we just want to kind of, for one thing, get a little feel for any further lakes or anything that we have to deal with. Now, that sounds potentially dangerous. Let's, just to be safe, do a little bit of that, because when you see light amid your... Well, that wasn't what we wanted. Can do that. Oh, come on. That. Yeah. Can we just sort of get through here? Looks that way. And we'll just do our best. Obviously, we've got stuff up above. But if you can keep it contained like that, you can kind of inch your way through as long as you have places to stick the blocks. And that's kind of the good thing about gravel in some of these, is that even though we're clearing sides, you know, if there's still a pool up above, as long as we've got an anchor point, we can just keep sealing it off. And yeah, you know, it drips a little bit. That's all right. So we just keep trying to catch onto the gravel along the side there, and then just inch our way forward. And we know eventually back along the way we came. Oh, that didn't work. But now we can go here. Get another clear shot here. Drop those. Still got more to go. And then just keep trying to catch it as it goes along there. Let's inch this forward. And I think that's gonna get us, so you know, that may be a lake way up, so that's something we mined through, so we, you know, we still got contact. Oop. Come on, game. I'm not going that fast. Looks like maybe just a source. May still be right here. Take the time. Oh, we got it. Okay. Again, another little bridge through. We got a long way to go, but you know that you can always just poke your way if you're worried that you've gone too far. I think we got quite a ways to go, and hopefully, you know, we got a lot coming out of that last area. Now here, just reach as far forward as we can, then one back. That'll let us get closer. Block this one, drop that one, and now it won't flow back up over. And this, I don't know that we're back as far as that first one we dealt with on this level. But same technique here, and this, again, this isn't impossible. To deal with. We may have one up over that way that's a little more troublesome. Yeah, that didn't work quite as well. Okay, but now still can't quite get those two. Let's go here. Here. Now see if you can go forward. And if you can, great. Now, none of this should, we still got a couple holes to fill, but each time you block a few sources, oh, we've got some sources here too, though. And then just maintain your little barrier and hope for the best now. So there we go. Yeah, that's kind of the little bit tedious dealing with lava, but certainly manageable. That's what we're good with. Now another thing we can do is we're kind of getting jammed up here. I kind of prefer to do it at the far end as opposed to in the midst of runs. But if we go all the way back, and I know it's a little hike, but at least we're not making the full U-turn and going back. We know there's some lava dripping there. If we come back this way to the point where we start dealing with lava again, and we knew it was getting pretty abundant out, beyond this direction, we'd come back a few blocks just to avoid this. And how much we won't. There's some. That's close. There we go. So now, if we just do this, then we can do, well, what's the full control queue? Yeah, there we go, to throw full stacks. So we can do some of this, not those. They won't burn. You can be a little bit cautious or careless, but that way we don't. We're gonna have so much nether rack, yeah, that it's not super precious. It's a little bit like dirt, right? There's times when you're gonna need a bit, but when you got boxes and boxes of it, we don't need to just fill our shulkers with it. We'd much rather keep adding even the blackstone and the quartz and the gold ore, those kind of things over just stacks of netherrack. So good way to keep the inventory under control is to make use of some of that lava. And if you put one of those at the end, and if we come back up to the end of our run going in the opposite direction, we can just reach back and forth. So here we go, another at least one piece, and then like some of the diamond patterns, just kind of poke, still going off into the distance, so we're not close yet. But we're up to a dozen, 4 per item. So 3 there, and we have a couple items to go. And that at least seems to be not immediately under a lava lake, which is nice. Now I don't need to clear a bunch of gravel just to get access to a couple more quartz. I like to grab it, but there's plenty on the surface too, so we'll take what's easy if we don't have to work for it too hard. Now, if I'd seen a piece of ancient debris back out there, different story. We'll clear the whole lava lake and a bunch of gravel if that will get us some more of these pieces. They're nice to come by. As I have said, as these runs get longer and there's more of them, you will start to have more and more pigmen coming down. You know, they just spawn wherever, so they'll over time accumulate a little bit. And you know, if ooh, what is this? Yeah, this may have been part of that lake or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm making that up. But if you haven't inadvertently, or you know, on the strays that come back into the overworld, if you want an opportunity to take on some pigmen in a more controlled environment, that's a pretty good place to do it. You can usually keep them in check pretty well. Just remember that they kind of live in a permanent fire res potion, so they can, you know, if you're thinking that lava is a good way to keep safe, and it is, and just beware that oh, that didn't help. They can come back after you. How? Oh man, that's not ideal. Now, is this where we had dealt with some lava before? I don't see dripping here. Let's try to go up here just a bit. That's where trouble starts. Can we... Okay, that helps. That seems more or less contained. Oh no. I don't know if I can even reach back far. No. Can I get the lower one the next block back? Nope. That's a little troubling, but maybe we can go. Good, 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 good. Okay, that's a solid win. Now, that should keep... Well, I thought that wouldn't flow out, but... So be it. No. Can we then do that? Do that? No. What? Where did that come from? Oh, man. Yeah, no panic. You got good armor. You're okay to deal with some of this, but just a bit of a pain in the rear to now, can we... Nope. seems like that should have eaten first. Armor's still okay. Okay. Just trying to see if we can play the angles here at all. So what we're really looking to do is stick something to the far side we were coming from. It seems like this goes up quite a big ways. Does it go? Oh, that was bad. Dumb. Group. Put it there. Oh. Why? Oh, it did count one as there. That's interesting. Okay. Can we, for the time being, restore that one? Is there anything? That didn't work. How about that? Game is dealing with a lot of lava. Do that. 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 Oh! Stinking. That. That. Those. Please, 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 please give me something. You know what? How about we do this? This is the advantage of already having one run out. Don't decide that you gotta stop every lava lake. You just never know what that'll mean for the next row over, but as they say, cross that lava bridge when you get to it. And the good news is we have a fresh place to dump a bunch of netherrack into. If you want to look, just my recommendation is go for the blackstone, because that's actually stuff we want. If you're in a big hurry or something, it's easy to punch through the whatchamacallit, this ground sirloin looking stuff. Now they're back. Yeah, so, you know, try to, what do we, control Q? I don't think I'm angled up. Maybe I am. E. Oh, there we go. Nice little bit of... and I just switched that back. I don't want to accidentally use better blocks to stop lava or anything like that. You know, if I've got the option, just spread out your nether rack that you currently have. For a quick and easy pickup. There we go. I'm gonna sneeze, I think. I bet the mic move didn't quite get all that. It was coming. I barely got it moved. It doesn't look like it's just off into the void, so we're getting there. This may be some of that same lake we were dealing with previously. Oh. Sometimes not the worst thing in the world to just take a bath, and if you find yourself deep, just start trying to throw blocks and see if that'll get you all the way through it like that one did. Oh. Now I think I actually, between the last session and this one, I actually looked at some banner stuff. It would appear that we can't, as Java players, do anything with any kind of an upright banner stand or anything like that. Banners can be hung on walls or attached to the flat on the ground, but they can't be suspended like flags. Effectively, the kind of head display that the raid leaders, where they carry those around, are you can cheat into the game so that you have a banner effectively attached to your head, which I guess is how they manage that, but not through normal gameplay. So we can't carry, we can't just post a banner out on, you know, a field or something like that. However, we can so I think we've gone further back than we were, and that's okay. I mean, that's part of the advantage, right? We go till it doesn't make sense to go anymore, which may be right here. We'll see. Hopefully not. Maybe. One more up. See if that makes the difference. May have. May not have. Oh. here. Well, there's hope, but I don't think we quite dealt with the problem yet. This one at least seems to be moving by a little better than the last situation we were working on. There we go. Again, we'll just kind of push out this way now until we find a deep lake. New challenges always out there for us. Okay, that looks like an edge. Do those. Okay, since we've got this and it's secure, let's clear a bit. Drop there, clear that, pop that out, fingers crossed that there's something we can anchor to. Doesn't seem like it. Does appear that I think we've kind of proven. Okay, so if that's where we've gotten to, kind of light. 1, 2, 3, 4. That didn't last long. Not much more we can do there, but we can clear there. Clear there. Check that. One more block. Hopefully back to the races. Another nice thing about the Nether is kind of like the old, I gotta clear any of the dirt I see underground, because maybe it'll expose diamonds and stuff. Same kind of hope. you're getting stuff that you want, unlike the dirt. But you have that much more chance of finding something that is gonna treat you well. Alright, let's just peek, because this looked like it was going on a little way. Not huge, you know, I did one side, not the other, right? Oh. And then I got a little greedy. Sides first if we can. One we missed. And then here we don't have to do those. Just keep our feet warm as we walk over, right? Don't think we need that. I just kind of alternate strategy kicked a hole. Works along in tandem with the block. Just something to keep the lava from reaching our toes. That looked significant. That's not food. So let's take a peek back through. Let's see, yeah, that seems like that was where we reached the same conclusion on this other one. So, don't fight it, just try to keep making progress. And then, you know, you can kind of go back that way and just by careful selection see how far back towards it you can get. Just kind of keep a readiness. So now it's there. We're back in the same old spot, right? More. Nope, that wasn't what we wanted to do. I don't think we need gravel that badly. Lots of safer, cheaper places to get gravel. There we go. And reward. So how far do we want to go with this today? I would like to get at least enough for the armor and the sword. If we can do all that, we'll be in decently good shape. Well, I mean, we'll be in great shape. let's not let's not mince words here. If we're rocking full netherite armor, it's recovering here a bit. So we've already got 16. So that right there is enough. You have to cook it. That's enough to do our armor because it takes 4 pieces, I believe. At least 4, not 5, right? 4 pieces for each of those. So that would be our armor set right there. And I believe we still have 2 bouncing around, 1 back home and 1 in the chest. So another couple would get us the sword. From there, everything is kind of a bonus, right? We would love to have picks, but I talked about it at one point. The durability boost you get from netherite is like, I think it's around 500 extra uses. Compared to, I believe it's like 1,800 extra uses when you're going from iron to diamond. So a very good thing, but not on the same scale, right? And that's fair. You're not making a new item. You're just, kind of coating it, if you will. Yeah. World is bucking and kicking a bit. Like, what are you doing to me? I'm trying to figure out so much lava flow. You just keep going at high speed through all these areas. At least no glow on this gravel. So, this is kind of it. I'm very, very loose, as you may be picking up on, in terms of, with diamond mining, I want to be at level 11. I want to be at the surface level of most of the underground lava lakes. It's just easier for me, and it's a high yield. I can look upward and catch some above. I can see some that are just below my feet. I'm right kind of in the midst of it. As far as I know, same kind of mentality applies here. We're kind of right in the thick of it with the highest frequency, and we're doing pretty well at getting returns on this. So I'm not upset at all here, but as far as how frequently you place those, kind of player's choice in my mind. Let's do that, and there's some thought that you just do it all, right? It's netherrack. You can make this and then just run your pick and get almost all 5 all the way, just by moving up and down the rows you've already created. That's not a bad way to go about doing it, but at that point you're really just equating tool durability. And I like the straightforward runs. You're not as apt to get stuck by lava lakes and things. You can kind of dodge, as we have, or tried to. So up to you what you're feeling, what you're not. And again, at some point here, when we've just got gunpowder to laugh at, we'll make up a bunch of TNT and we'll go blast out a cavern, so you guys can get a better idea of what it looks like when it opens up under here. I'm sure a lot of you have already watched more videos than that of that kind of play than I could shake a stick at, but it is it's another valid approach. Sometimes it's just easier to dump. And what, we got more gravel. Well, and in case we should cut back or forth, they would try at least to bury that. That's a surprise full inventory times. And since we know which direction we're going and which side we've come from, we can just kind of keep... Really would prefer not to re-pick up a bunch of gravel since I just got rid of it. Come on. Quartz is trying the patience. Now, how did we, yeah, we're still going. Still a long way to go. There's some gold, though. Wouldn't have seen that if we didn't poke our heads through. I like that they added the kind of like nether particles, but it does definitely confuse a little bit on whether there's lava dripping on your head or if it's just the particles. So beware. If you're playing with particles, you can always turn those off. Could if it got too cumbersome, but the game's really been holding up pretty well. I've been impressed with the recording and everything else. Now, speaking of which, let's see. We know, Microsoft, we know. Oh, we're doing fine. I just wanted to check the time there. Got a little bit of drippy. Hopefully that holds a layer up. Oh, nope. Had to go and say it, didn't I? And this, this could be comparable to where we ended the last run. It's weird to say run, that's a lot, in that sense when, we're so often talking about runs as Dreadmore. Yeah, okay, so we've gotten to about that. Oh! Hope that didn't, oh! Come on. Again, the challenges with the lava and the nether are the flow rate. Okay, so this is our original. We've done very well for ourselves. We've got 18. That would mean, I think that would be exactly what we just talked about. If I'm remembering, if I still have one in the chest, I didn't grab that back out to have it in my hand. Either way, we've got four pieces already on a first visit run. That's not bad. And we've got a few more tools. We can keep moving sideways laterally and just keep knocking in additional runs. One of the drawbacks that I've always found with the kind of make this and then run sideways and knock back the nether is when you do hit those lava pockets, they're much more difficult to deal with, and just a single source can really be a big mess because it's all going to run waist high as opposed to at your feet, and you can't block it up. You've got to climb up above it, and if it's part of a larger source or anything, you're in a big mess. So that's one of just personal preference and a lot of reasons why I've kind of ended up in this type of mode. And I don't know, I really haven't seen enough focused. Oh, this was that mess. I was like, that looks like something we could fix. Nah, not really. Not worth fixing. Now, what we can do when we get back, we can actually gear up. We only brought 2 fire res potions, just kind of for demonstration purposes, and we only used 1 of them. We can go back and make up a bunch more, and kind of. We've got loads of magma cream already, and we'll get lots more. That's not a problem. It's like having a slime farm. Once you've got 3, you've got too many because they just keep coming. So we can make lots and lots and lots and lots of 8-minute fire res potions if we want to, and if that's something that you like, it's just really a matter of inventory and how often you want to run back to grab a new bottle, turn around, go back out, and try to deal with some of that stuff. But like that pool kind of in the middle, that's evolving in the middle of our run, if we want to start using it, we could. What am I trying to do here? Let's go this. Let's check this. Okay, so I didn't. So I do have 19. I've got 1 more at home. We could be good. But I'm kind of inclined not to be. We are doing well. We got lots of places to get rid of that. Oh, let's do this though. Let's trade out one. Not that one. Let's trade out that. Take this. And see if we can put it to good use at some point. So, from here, we should have at least 1. Well, this round goes all the way through. And that round goes all the way through. And quite a bit further on for both of those. So, yeah, obviously, because that one was the one we were running back on, and then we looped back. I don't think it's as far as the other way. But we can, you know what, let's do this. Where did I just come from? Here. This is actually a not bad idea if I do say so. Just as we go forward, that's kind of our home plate line. So we don't even have to worry about which way we gotta go. We're always one pick swing in either direction away from knowing how to get back. And yeah, you could get turned and you could have to go on a hike to one end or the other, but I like hiking. I think we had a pretty good access to the lava back on this one, so we'll just run, dump all this netherrack that we just unloaded. And then come back down to our torches. Start another. In fact, when we get all the way down here, we can just bounce over 3 more and go to that side. Again, the nice part about being down here, none of that magma, or at least very little of that magma block nonsense, does make it nice not to have to find, replace, And there we go. So we had a few little drippies. I'm not too worried. This is where we cut through, so let's go. Just a source. Two, 3, and 4. Change your picks. And we're off. And we're stopped. Very auspicious start. Speaking of auspicious, this has been pretty good. You can do runs like this where you don't see any netherite, or ancient debris. So, fortunately, we should expect that we'll see a slowdown on some of these. But while we're here and in the moment, not a bad way to go. As far as grinds go, it's kind of, you always have the possibility of running headlong into a sea of lava. It's always good. Or that even down here, the gravel that I'm walking on just suddenly gives way and you're swimming again. The good news is there's not a lot more depth to deal with. Oh. This didn't look particularly easy. Kind of looks substantial. I saw that there was one down there to add. Okay, well that got us back a little ways. Ooh, very nice. Here. Not too bad. Not too good. Again, remember, now aside from obstructions like that, we don't have to even... we don't even have to worry about how far we need to go. We just head for the torches and keep pushing until we see them. Then we know we can go on down to really as far as we want in the opposite directions. Kind of just start from the center. But again, not too shocked or disappointed, but it is. It'd be nice if we just kept seeing debris, but gotta kind of balance out what the good runs with the ones that are a little drier. And like we saw in that first thing, kind of everything came along in one row. So you know, if that consistency holds, then there may well be places where you just can't avoid it too much. That looks like a side. Oh, I think that might have been game more than lack of reach. I guess we at least go the one forward. That might work out pretty well, we'll see. Yeah, just try a bunch of stuff whenever you come along here. See, you know, it's a little jigsaw puzzle-y, I guess. You know, can you fit in a piece here, there, or anywhere? That might just help you out. I think this block here still has one to the side. Yep. Oh, a couple floors too. Alright. When they roll, it's kind of like setting upside down steps on the edge of towers. They just take care of themselves, more or less, but it's when they don't that end up with a bit more of a handful. Never hurts to try the backup method. But if you can't reach anything, doesn't do a whole lot of good. All right, well that's all right. We got a lot more run back this way. And we just pull back a bit. 4. Oh no. Come on. Ugh. Horrible. Wasn't expecting to have to be ready for that quite so quick. There and there. There. I think we'd run through stuff pretty similar to this on the last. Oh, okay, that was. No, don't make me start all over. Back to the. Ooh, maybe that's it. Not quite, but maybe that's it, except for floor. Now, who knows what the gravel's got in store for us, but. And I really should have checked the. Let's do some now. Okay. Use it and then destroy it. Apparently the game didn't like me. Frivolously wasting resources like that. Oh, come on. Nothing? You gotta have something for me. Ooh. That was good. Not there yet. Out to those. I think there's just too much there yet. What we can do, maybe that. Hope that maybe that gets us something over on that side. That didn't look good, did it? the lava doesn't end up being oh, that was dumb now. So that's one way to do it. Now I guess we just hope if we run into any more, we are still potioned up. Now I really don't want to slow down for any ores. I think we found the blockage in the other tunnels. Oh man, get up onto there. Nope. .430. Okay, we're still over halfway. Definitely scary. When you're in the midst of all this, if you're gonna find that you're suddenly stuck in the middle. that. So pretty handy stuff, those potions. They can definitely take some of these areas from unworkable to pretty profitable. What they're also kind of beginning to show me is that you know, we may be getting close to the end of viability for this particular little area. If this is, you know, if this is the constant wall, we can keep working on it with fresh potions, but that's a hole. But it I don't really know what I'm seeing here. Okay, one more to do here at least. A few more here. And one that we're standing on. Now, is this... I can't tell if this is, you know, like the end of our other tunnels. If, you know, if we've kind of just reached that point. It doesn't seem never-ending out there. But, done? Done for this little batch. You know what? The problem with all that is that when you're under the lava, your guess is as good as mine if there's any ancient debris on the edge of that. I haven't spent enough time down there to really know. You know, maybe that's something when you've got the full fire armor, which you could bring down here and be pretty confident in, right? You know, and that's something we can look to do here eventually is juice up another suit of armor with full fire prot, and knowing that down here the number of enemies we actually run into is going to be less, and you know, you'd want to bring your regular armor even just for getting from the portal to the underworld like this. You could also you could set up additional portals that were down deep, but the problem there is that, you know, we may be pushing to the boundaries of this area pretty quick. Now, the full fire prot would redefine what your boundaries are, right? You can work in much less favorable environments. So, sadly, there was absolutely nothing to any of that. And that's, you know, that's kind of the drawback, right? Is, yeah, suck down a bottle of potion and deal with a bunch of lava, but if it doesn't, get you any further, then I guess I don't know. I didn't really give this a full chance, but we're kind of sitting at that point where we've already gotten quite a bit. It seems to be coming from significantly up above. That doesn't help. And if you can't deal with it, then you're kind of done. But we're amazingly, if this is right, yeah, we got hopefully enough time to get back home. But I mean, we've spent a good part of one episode and then most of this all down here in pursuit, and we've had good results. Getting 20 is nothing to sneeze at. Or, you know, combined 20 with what we'd gotten the one out of the bastion, so don't discredit that. Or we're just on the ground or something when we were running around, so no regret at having come down and done all this. Very good. And we'll get some improved armor and a sword out of it. So here's our nice and visible return path. Excuse me. Yeah, have a good time down there. There's lots of lava baths. They love them. I'm like, ooh. Don't tell them, they smell really good when they get in. Okay, now put away a bunch of this extra stuff. I'm like, I'm not going to go out of my way to get rid of netherrack or anything really, but I'm not gonna slow down my mining just to say I got some, right? Yeah, I should. Like, oh, are you kidding me? We're done with all this. Oh yeah. Hey, you're trouble. We know. I just want enough to hide all this other stuff. Then I won't think about it ever again. There. Have fun, lava. Alright. So, we went netherite mining. Ancient debris mining. And it was fairly profitable, I do say. Ha! You think that hurt? Definitely has the ability to change your your considerations of lava once you come down and dealt with a few of those. Taking plunges in the lava itself kind of changes, but it does make, remember that World 2 death. All depends on what your state is in the game and where you're at. We've had it take us too, and that's to somebody who knows better. So. But not bad. We didn't have to go too terribly far to find a good spot to get started on that. And good way to begin. Kind of topper tier gear. Yes, topper tia. That's spicy. Okay, up we go. First. A lot to do here as we wrap up a little bit, including sleep. Sounds like rain, too. Game knew we were stuck down in the... I guess we'll kill it now, but... I wouldn't mind the rain, but... Alright. Priority 1. Cook that. Get this piece as well. Priority 2. That we can definitely take down intact. It's the quartz. So we didn't have, we didn't have too much gold, just 2 stacks of ingots uncooked. Do we have more? Now's the time to be ready for mobs. When you've been down dealing with lava and all that, you're feeling pretty invulnerable, and then you come up in a morning and it's, yeah. Sizzle, sizzle, bang, bang. A little more smooth sandstone. We can turn the other furnace as well. Alright, so while we're cooking our andesite, let's try to unload here. Well, let's try to unload the couple things that we can put away up here first. And yeah, we could put the gravel downstairs, but we're going to be tight on space. I don't know, there's a whole lot of point to doing any of this. Just get them, take them downstairs. Put them back down where they belong. Oh, we do have like flint in the ender chest as well. I think that was, I don't know if that was from this episode or the last one, but a little yawny here. It's getting on. I don't think I'm going super late tonight. I think this will probably do us. This has been a good episode, man. I did a couple Minecrafts on an otherwise busy day. 3, in fact, I think, because I did the first one a couple episodes ago. That was the kind of building around the base, doing some planning, doing the water wall, and those various things first. Now, what more odds and ends do we have? And then we'll just do another. This is the good thing about trying to keep all the nethery stuff on one side, is you don't have to run around quite as much. And we already talked about this, but, 7 there. I think we've already got a bunch here under potions. And here's the red potion box. I'm definitely getting distracted. Just finish the task you're working on. This is all black stone. A little bit more of that. Now we can do potions. We got a couple glass bottles there. Pick up those. That one had gotten ahead on its consumption. Not that it matters at all. See, we still got a load there. And those. At some point here, we'll go back into the fortress and just mow down, mow down blazes. I'd really like to find a different fortress too. That layout isn't particularly appealing to me. It was wonderful. It is. It had everything we needed at the time to get started. Because it had nether wart, it had blazes. Um, got us those, some good chests and all that stuff to kind of get us that first jump into the more challenging combat of the game. Great. But because it's kind of built in and amongst that fortress and a forest, and it's bordered on the bastion, it has some challenges for getting converted into a real wither skeleton. And I say farm lightly. My low impact version of a farm that still works out pretty well, and it's I think pretty fun. It's more fun than just standing at a farm and grinding away, to me. So we'll look at that. We got one random bottle of water. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3. That will get us our 8. We'll load them in here. Or 9 fire res. Now, did we have more of those? One more. Might as well take them all. No sense. Oh, actually, no, we want to... Not that it's going to be a deal. We can brew more. But for whenever we decide to go back, and we'll give it a break. We've done quite a bit now. I think when we do another nether, it'll either be surface and going for just bunches of quartz and looking for fortresses and extending out, or a highway path if there's some, we haven't connected up to the lodge yet. That would be nice. I'd like to have just a portal, instead of having a boat over, we just pop downstairs and pop back up over at the other site. So lots of stuff there. But eventually we want to go kind of ranging down there and see if we can find more fortresses. So ready for that. And our ender chests. Now we had that's done quite a bit while we've been working on the towers. How is it? Still pulling a little bit. How's ours? Still got quite a few in the hopper. It's just keeping it topped off. So we got plenty to add to our building supplies up here. A little bit of bone meal still. Let's go ahead and pull all this. We've used quite a bit. I think we can top off the chest. It's still daytime. Getting a little closer to our end mark here. Hey, S'more. We got netherite. Hopefully. This is the right box, right? There we go. That's topped off a bit. They're doing better than the regular sandstone at the moment. We still have tools to repair, but that's a good sign. That's a pretty good sign. Now, we need a something-er jobber. this is a crafting table. That is a... It's a smithing table? Yeah. Smithing table. Hey, look at that. 2 iron and 4 planks. Very well. How about birch? Looks good to me. 2, 4. Boom. Let's put it right here. This will be convenient to all our supplies. Oh, we don't even have that yet. So I think here... Netherite ingot. Look at this. So 4 and 4, just to make a single ingot. Boom. Now, as I said, these are going to be our first priorities. So this gets us plus 3 more armor, plus 3 armor. Well, here it's 3 armor, 2 armor toughness. Now these aren't adds. That's what it currently has. So we don't get any additional armor, but we get 1 more effectively durability to the armor, and then we get a knockback resistance, and we'll get that. And I think you have to have all 4 of these done to get the knockback resistance. But that, that's pretty much how the benefit is applied. And then on our sword, we currently have 10 attack damage and 1.6 attack speed. When we do it, we get an extra point of damage. So, it's is what it is. That's pretty good. But when you add it to all our other stuff, it hey, why not? That's something we'll use all the time. And again, the tools are almost equally as important as the sword, but if it's something that could theoretically save our life, let's make the right call there. And then we get a challenge, cover me in diamonds, or in debris, not diamonds, debris. That's kind of the pun on the cover me in diamonds. So now we have covered ourselves in debris. We have the glowy purple netherite armor. Yay! And yeah, that should wear less quickly. And I'll take a look and see if I can pin down how it how it works. Excuse me, my voice is going. I've been apparently hitting this play session thing between 2 games a little too intensely here. I'll have to give it a bit of a break, or at least get a little bit more water here. So yeah, I'll have to check to make sure on that knockback resistance. My impression was you had to have all of them. I don't think it's like a +4 now. I think we just have a +1 knockback resistance, but that's big. There's a couple things where that makes a huge amount of difference. One is not getting knocked off of stuff into the void. I don't ever want to put it to the test, but I don't want to be pushed off. And also in the Nether, the pig things, which I think we've killed one with an arrow at range, but we haven't really encountered them. They'll bump you hard. So as we're working around up there, if gassed fireballs and things, any of that tends to move us will be more, considered an inertia boost, right? It's tougher to get us moving. So that is a pretty good outcome, I think, to our day's adventuring in the depths. Let's just top off our torches here. I don't think we have time, unfortunately, to... it's at 1:46, just turned over. Let's go... let's go do what we can here in terms of fortune picking and seeing how much we can repair ourselves. With all that armor, it's not going to hit anything too particularly well, but we'll give it a whirl. Okay. So let's start with you. The axe and the shovel are just fine. Oh, would help if we grabbed this stuff. Got a lot of stacks. I think we cleaned up the last little odds and ends here, so let's try this time. We don't have to worry about running into the deal. Alright, got our fortune pick, right? Got one pick in our hand, and we got a bunch of armor to repair. And we can be impressed by how slow the pick goes, because each time it could be doing that little up and down bob, all those little experience orbs are also competing to get the pieces of my armor that have taken damage, so we'll just see how we do with the time we've got. But again, we're doing all this without having yet spent time just making an XP farm. Now you could argue that all of the villager trading stuff is really a big XP farm. The returns we get on trades are huge. And speaking of which, there's some significant trading that we're going to want to do now with a new villager type, and we may just take a trip out into the wild looking for villages to see if we can see them. Not something I care particularly about having close at hand, although oddly enough it may be maybe one of those that helps us track down additional woodland mansions. So we'll leave that dangling. All the things kind of combine together. If you've been watching along the way, it all kind of makes sense. The building, the adventuring we've been doing, and the trading. If you put those together to a non-librarian, non-farmer villager that we would still be interested in leveling up specifically. There's one that kind of fits all those bills. So we'll see, and that may well be, before I forget, that may be the next thing we do. But it's I don't know, it's something I think we're far overdue for on our preparations here. Oh, I'm not, once again. The good news, look at how well we've already done all that fancy new armor. Now let's just combine some of those up. And we should always do fairly well in terms of inventory on quartz. I don't think you get 4 per, so by the time you've taken the individual pieces that you get back, even with the fortune axe, you're very likely to have dropped, a few pieces. It'll remain somewhat close, but you'll be regaining inventory spots as you repair all this stuff. And don't forget, we do have one more pick in the ender chest that we need to repair. I'm saying that as much to me as to the audience. You guys probably already were talking about it, but not me. So yeah, a little repetitive, but then again, standing underneath a darkroom spawner, waiting for it to fill up and hit each time. It's fun and novel when you first do it, but I really find, you've got to do something like this along with it if you want to have any chance. And up there, you have to do really short rows because you have to be within range of the spawner at all times. So it's a challenge. And again, Enderman farm or something would be great. Some of the creeper farms and all that, the massive build, just overblown farms. They're crazy, and obviously they work, but you're also talking, they're projects that full-time streamers use for months of everyday job content, right? That's all they're doing, and they're doing these big builds, and obviously they've done other things prior to just to get to the point where they have the resources and tools to be able to do those. So not on our immediate agenda. I just, I really want to feel like we're getting our home and all filled out before some disaster comes along and steals this world from us. And that's a big concern for me right now. So as much as a reminder to me as anything else, let's get that pick right here invisible. And again, that's still the fortune pick. I didn't switch anything up accidentally. Ever since I did all that construction earlier, I'm sure now we're going to be over. But, that's fine. We'll have a little bit of a long one. I think most everything has been coming in under 2 hours recently. So I don't mind a little bit of extra time. Okay, there's that pick done. Just to have everything kind of fresh and reset after this project, come out with our netherite. Man, feeling good. You guys pumped? Here we are, the little Hambbage that could. Adventure, trading entrepreneur, farmer extraordinaire, Magellanic aspirant, and now bearer of the netherite armor. So yeah, I'm thinking next episode it's going to be a mini travel adventure. Nothing like what ended up in our woodland mansion. We're just going to cruise. And, we may just even at our nearby village over there, we may just take one of those guys that's still there and just set him up for the profession I'd like. That may be the way to go, really. Make him safe and secure. I don't want to take him. Well, we got that one. No, I want librarians because we still have a couple more trades to roll for. We're close. But yeah, now that I'm thinking, a fire prot would be great in a trade. We still have all the tridents and all that. We may end up expanding, making a little annex to the lodge or something. I don't know. We'll see. Not a big hurry. And again, we have our igloo guys too. We could set them up and just camp out and roll trades until we get something good on one of the... The good news on the cured villagers is that you never have to worry about waiting on a good price. If you get the trade, that's the one you're taking, right? You don't have to, oh, I would take that, but that's a terrible price kind of stuff. All right, there's that. There's that. And close. Come on, little shovel. This will probably be too much. Okay, that's good. Now, put that over there. We'll pick these back up again. No sense in wasting. Those away and put the fortune pick away. So now we are... Game's like, what are you doing to me? Back into cruising mode. Let's just carry on. So 4 spare picks. We haven't yet set up our other tools, but we can. It's just a matter of buying. I think 51 would get us 1.5-ish, so we could get extra shovel. Get that. Oh, I don't think I ever shared. I did check on the fortune shovel. And sadly, it seems that, come on, only additional flint from the fortune. And I think I talked about that, but what I wasn't sure is if some of the other stuff had come along. Like I knew that sand and all that kind of stuff, you never get extra sand or dirt or anything along those lines. I was really hoping for clay, but I confirmed you do not get extra clay. I just did that online. Didn't do any testing or anything like that. I just checked and read it, and that was the verdict. So here we are. We are all decked out. Home from adventure. Let's go back up to our tower top view. For those of you guys that may have missed the last episode. Hey, Salty, what do you think, man? We, how do we do this again? Is it F5? One more. Yeah. Oh. Why do you ever... We were supposed to be in the picture to get dog. Can I stop? Oh, you're looking at me. Okay, well, that's cool. There. Is it F2 for the screenshot? I'd love to make an actual thumbnail. I haven't done that yet. I let it roll randomly. It'd be cool if it would show Salty's name. I kind of got a torch in my head. And then my totem doesn't show up as well. The totem is the cool part. One of the cool parts. There. Screenshot. We'll see if I can make that into a thumbnail, guys. That'll be cool. A little project for me. Alright, let me get back to... Whoa, first person view. Climb all the way up to the top here. We'll conclude where we started a couple episodes ago, up on our tower, overlooking. So these are our battlements again, if anybody missed those. We're not real sold to the undying shame. I gotta wrap this up. Just yawning my head off. You can't make smooth sandstone walls yet, or maybe ever. I don't know, but it would be sure would be cool if we could. But we'll just watch the sun dipping down into the ocean, and I will thank you guys all so much for coming in and dropping by once more. Touring complete. Alan, heck of a guy. I'm sure many folks learned of Mr. Turing and his contributions to the world of computing, and of course the Turing test. If not from like the Big Bang Theory or something along those lines, then from it wasn't A Beautiful Mind. What was the other movie? Was it? I think A Beautiful Mind was the Russell Crowe guy. Anyway, too tough to. I'm talking about, what was it? Benedict Cumberbatch, I think, played Alan Turing. Anyway, cool guy. Read a bio about him if you haven't. And while you're doing that, make sure to stand up, get away from your computer for a bit, or your phone, or your TV, or whatever other device you use to view this content. Get outside for a bit. Just get away from the digital. And, my goodness, these yawns are hitting hard. I'm out. You guys take care of yourselves. You're awesome. Thanks for coming by. Likes and comments, always appreciated. Lots of different questions and opinions in this one. If you've got some or have feedback for me, please feel free to share. I'd love the review. So until the next time, have a good one. Take care of yourselves. And if somebody else can use a hand, give it to them. Bye now.